Hello, welcome to another video by LSX Engines Tuning Your Marine. In this video, I'm working on a Mercruiser 5.7 liter engine, and this is an engine block that I'm assembling, and it's already gone through the machining process. The machinist, it was cleaned, Magnaflux, checked the cracks, bored, home, the whole works. Quite a bit of money spent on this block. So as I was checking the rings and the bores to check for ring clearance, I thought what I came across, or I came across what I thought was a crack, and you can see it right. Try to get the focus. It's right in there. So you can see it running from the cylinder wall over to the coolant hole, and that extra scratching right there is from my. I tried to scratch through it, see if I could find out if it's a crack or not. So just ignore that part. But anyway, so a crack runs. What looks to be a crack runs from here across over that cooling port, and it's hard to tell if it's a real crack or not, or a scratch. The reason I thought it was a crack because I was thinking if it was a scratch, it would be more straight, it would run straight. But this has got kind of jagged edges. Try to see if I can make it focus a little better. Right there. So if you look at that, it kind of looks like a crack to me, but it does look like it goes down into the cylinder, and it does look like it goes down into the cooling port. But just to be safe, what I did is I went and bought a kit called a dye penetrant kit. It's what the industrial facilities use to check cracks and gears and machinery and so forth. And for about 20 bucks, I got 3 cans. I got a cleaner, a penetrant, and a developer. So what I've done is I've taped off the engine to keep the cleaner and everything off this engine everywhere else. Because I don't know, it looks like it might be fairly toxic chemicals, and I don't want it on the rest of this engine. So anyway, I've already sprayed this part with the cleaner, and I'm now about to spray the penetrant on it. And you're supposed to let the penetrant sit for 30 minutes, and then once that sits for 30 minutes, then I'll put on the developer and see what happens. So what I'm doing is just following directions on the can, and we'll see how it works. So as I was saying, there are 3 parts to this kit, or this process. So first you have this cleaner. It's made by Magnaflux. It's CF cleaner. I'm trying to see if there's a part number on here. Don't really see it. It says crack check, CF cleaner. That's all I can see about it. So I'll tell you, I'll say one thing, it's got a very sensitive tip. It doesn't take much pressure to get this thing to spray. It seems to do a really good job, because you can see it's really made that steel shine right there. It cleaned every bit of any corrosion or oil right off that surface right there. So at this time, I'm going to spray the developer, excuse me, not developer, the penetrant. This is the penetrant. It's called Magnaflux Crack Check PHF Penetrant Type 2, whatever that means. And instructions just say spray it on, allow 1 to 30 minutes before removing surface penetrant, and to remove excess penetrant, spray cleaner on cloth and wipe surface. So I've taped off this thing to keep any excess penetrant from going everywhere. But I'm about to spray the penetrant on here, and it says you have to wait for allow 1 to 30 minutes before removing surface penetrant, depending on suspected crack or contamination. 1 to 30 minutes, that's a big time jump. So I'm gonna let it sit there until I feel comfortable removing. So before I put the developer on. All right, I've now sprayed the crack with the penetrant, and I'm gonna let it dry. And then once it's dry, I'm gonna put the developer, and we'll see what we got. All right, based on this is the developer. It's been developing for about 15 minutes, and I'd say based on what I'm seeing, that there's no crack. As a matter of fact, the scratch that was there doesn't even show up in this dye. So I'm going to say, if this stuff works, that it shows that there's not a crack. So I'm going to continue putting this engine together. So the grand total of all these 3 components, the cleaner, the penetrant, and the developer, was about $20. So that's a pretty good deal. Or at least, if I hope it is, see if it works. But anyway, that's how you find cracks, or at least I've been told that's how you find cracks in a block. And I'm sure and glad it's not cracked, because there's about $500 of labor already spent on this block, including have it checked for cracks. Of course, they could miss one, but it looks to me like they didn't miss this one. So this is not a crack, at least what I see. Thanks for watching my videos. If you enjoy the video, please subscribe to my channel.